Hey guys, I think I'm gonna break this video up into two parts. It was running on kind of long, so what I'll do is I'll post part one right now, and then I'm going to post part two. Hello, my beautiful people, tribe of many colors. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I hope that you guys are putting your best foot forward, even if you don't know where it's going. If you're wondering, the way I receive my information is I feel it, I sense it, and I sense the energy of it, and I also receive images that kind of flash through my mind. It plays with the images and the emotions together, and I get what for me is a clear picture of what's happening within myself and therefore happening outside of myself, because those two things are one and the same. What occurs outside of you that you see as your reality is also what's occurring within you as your reality. So you're existing outside yourself and inside yourself at the same time, and you're experiencing both. So don't be too hard on yourself when you don't know where you're going next or what's going to happen next. That's okay. You don't have to know every single bridge that is available for every experience. So sometimes we're in one experience here, we're about to cross into another experience here, and we want to know how that happens. We want to know exactly how that shift is going to happen. And what I'm being told is that we are not always going to know how the shift is going to occur. We're not always going to have all the answers. We're not always going to know what comes next, even with the best planning. And I know some of you are by the book planners, and for especially that personality type, you do not like to be in the dark about what comes next. The entire process of what comes next, you are creating with every thought. So the only thing you can really control is what thought you put into what you're creating. And what comes next is what you're creating right now with the thoughts that you're having. So it's important to align your thoughts with the outcome you imagine. That makes sense? You want something less stressful to occur. You want abundance to occur. You want to break free. You want to feel love for life and a zest for life the way you did before, the way you did as a kid before any innocence was removed. So you desire to be deeply, truly happy, loved, protected, cared for, because that is the original state of all of us. We were born loving beings. We still are loving beings. We've just encountered so many experiences that in a way has caused us to forget that. And when we forget that we are loving beings within ourselves at all times, we sometimes tend to gallop forward to try to find that love in other things. And this is a message for me. I share these messages with you, but they're all always for me. They're information for me to apply to my life as well. So this is not something I am saying, you. I'm having this conversation with myself and you're watching. If that makes sense. So I'm learning and teaching at the same time. Sometimes the experiences we're having feel very fuzzy, and we don't seem to have a clear perspective on where life is going. Sometimes we get caught in the space right after you're putting something into manifestation, and it's the step right after that where it's processing. Even though there's that pause within the manifestation of what you're trying to have within your life, you never stop creating, because as long as you can perceive and you have awareness and you have breath within your body, you are creating. Every single time you take a breath, you create something within yourself and outside of yourself. That's how powerful your breath is, because you're altering and shifting the energy of the cells in your body when you breathe. And no two breaths are the same. Every time you take a breath, there's a different energy that is inhaled, and then that energy interacts with all of you, down to the cellular and atomic level. And then when that energy blends and alters and shifts your cells, and you exhale, that exhale is in itself a different exhale every time. Every breath is new, every exhale is new, and therefore every moment can have a new creation in it. You're powerful enough to create with breath. We have to remember how to breathe again. And when we breathe in that creation energy and we expand that out, that's also reflected in thoughts, emotions, expressions. And every time you engage in that, which is all the time, you are sending forth an energy that is going to manifest something for you. So if you're not happy with where you are in life and what life is giving to you, be aware in the moments that you can be aware that right in this moment is a moment to create something. Right in this moment is a moment to cycle forward positive energy so that it comes back to you as manifestation. So you think you have a lot to do when you're manifesting or creating, and I know people tend to post a lot of 10 things you can do with manifestation, 5 things you can do. Those are nice, yes, as reminders, but the reality is you're manifesting every single breath, and that's the amount of power you have as a creator to change your life. Your life is not determined by the external things around you. The quality of your life is truly affected by the vibrations of your thought. So, how positive are your thoughts? Which means how positive are your vibrations? Because that is what you cycle back to yourself by way of attraction. You attract energy towards you. You're constantly kind of just cycling your energy this way. So there's constant pushing forward and coming back, pushing forward and coming back. And it's important what you push forward, because that always comes back to you. And you want that to be with the same positivity that you sent it forth with. So in every moment, it's really about being positive. That's the key. That's the key. Right there is the key. Every moment you have to be aware of your positivity. And are you feeding that? Are you feeding your positivity? What are you doing to help it to grow? Because when it grows within you, you see that all around you. There's no way you can't see that. That positivity right now is going to double, triple what comes back to you. So if you truly want to shift out of a negative space, be positive. You're going to have to start trying to do that every single moment. It's hard. It's not easy, and it's much easier to say positive than to be positive. But it's a skill that you sharpen, and it sharpens quickly. It doesn't take as long as you think. It really doesn't. And in no time, you're going to start to see the change within yourself, how you react to situations, people, problems, fears, anxieties. You're going to truly learn to create within yourself by altering or changing or influencing your own negativity. If your negativity is this rigid structure, you practicing positive vibrations, you reshape that. You're constantly doing this around that rigid structure when you practice positivity, and eventually it shapes itself into something different, and you change yourself into something different. You become a different person because you now handle everything in a different way. And when you handle all your situations with a positive attitude, they change. And if you don't think it's possible, then try it. Just try it. What do you have to lose? And if there's a message here for you, you will receive it. So I'll see you guys a little later with part 2 to this. Thank you. Bye.